What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Day here, back again for another video, and this is going to mark episode 3 of my Mffu Futures 150k funded account journey. I appreciate y'all as always. Like I always say, we're just going to hop right into it, not going to waste y'all time. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this one started. Alright, so currently, as you can see on the screen, right, so with my system, I'm basically like marking up the 930 candle, as you can see right here on TradingView, and then on here on Tradeovate. I also want to make note of this too. So as you can see my cursor right here on the right hand side on the Tradeovate side, it says 3 contracts, right? Initially, I'm risking 1 contract for each account. The way how Tradeovate copy trading is set up is basically it adds the total contracts that I have to use across all accounts. It's going to show that I'm risking 3 contracts, but initially I'm just risking 1 contract for each account. So like I said earlier, I'm marking up the 930 candle, the highs and lows. I take the breakout once the candle forms. So we have about like 3 more minutes until this candle is done forming. So I'm just getting everything right with my tools, my Fibonacci, my sell stop, buy stops potentially. As you can see on the screen, gold came off with a lot of bearish momentum, right? And I feel like gold and NASDAQ are the 2 symbols that I have a lot of market data with, like market behavior, knowing how the candles move, knowing like what's a higher probability of like happening or occurring, right? One of the things that I noticed with gold is that when gold forms big moves, whether it's up or down, it likes to really continue into that direction with very few like retracements. Now, is it going to happen 100% of the time? No, because you know the market could do anything, right? Most of the time, bro, when I see gold make big moves like this one, it really do just keep going, you know what I'm saying, keep going into whatever direction it's going into, right? So initially with other pairs too, I expect like some sort of like bigger pullback or bigger retracement. When I see big moves like this, gold, I already have like the market data to kind of figure out like, okay, gold is just going to continue going down if I get a sell, right? Price could still like, let's say like print this candle and it could still come right back up and break this upside, and then I'll get in a buy trade, right? But for the most part, when I do see moves like this, it does really like continue into the direction. So off rip, I was already kind of expecting a sell to happen. Now it just comes down to my execution. We're going to talk about that now because it's about to print in about like another like 30 seconds. So basically, as you can see, my position tool, everything is like set up right here, and on the Tradeovate side, I'm like getting ready to set my buy stop, right? But one of the things with this strategy is that when price is like closed near like the end of the candle, and what I mean by that is like you see the distance between, actually I'm gonna fast forward it or wait, hold on, I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit to where it actually closed, because as you can see, it broke through my Fibonacci. So I have to initially move the Fibonacci down so I can match it, because mind you, I'm trading off of the breakout, right? So right there, right, as you can see, it broke through already, but I don't have my order set. And what I mean by like what I said earlier is when price kind of closed near the wick or close near the end of the candle, it kind of gives you like a little short window to get into your trade. Initially, I did miss out on the initial like breakout, right? As you can see right here, I'm about to get into order. There you go. I got into my sell position right at the breakout. Perfect. One of the things that I love about this strategy is when it breaks out, it mostly like retests off of the wick that it broke out of. So let's say it broke out to the upside with this candle, it will break out, retest, and then do what it got to do, right? And then as you can see right here, it broke out, retest, and then I'm able to get in my trade. So initially you have about, maybe I'll say like 2 to 3 chances to get into a trade. But I will like keep in mind when price do close near like the end of the candle, it makes it harder to get that initial like sell stop or buy stop if you don't have it set already, right? Not a big deal, because like I said, that retest off of the wicks really helps out when it comes to like getting my entry in exactly where I want to get my entry in, right? So as you can see off rip, we had some bearish momentum, but now we're starting to see a little bit of retracement. I think this initially still did come into some more bearish momentum, as you can see on the screen right there. And yeah, for the most part, this did kind of like hover around my entry for a good like, I want to say like 3 minutes, and then it started making a move, right? So right now, as you can see right there, we starting to get some more bearish momentum. I'm setting like, I'm looking at my halfway mark, because mind you, remember when I said halfway, once price gets halfway to my TP, that's when I move my 80% stop loss to the 40% stop loss. So I'm basically like cutting it in half. So initially, like, I want to say it's not necessarily 50% of TP. I want to say more like 40% to 45%, because when I drag this tool up here, this was showing 0.25 RR, right? So it came like within my 40 to 45, 50% level for me to be able to move my stop loss and cut it in half. Now initially, this 0.60 RR trade which is a negative RR trade, is now, as you can see, when I hovered over the position tool, it's a 1 to 1.2 RR. So that's how I'm able to kind of turn like my negative RR trades into a positive RR trade. If you're looking at my other videos, you should already know like my new risk management system when it comes to managing my losses, managing my wins, just getting the best quality out of like this certain system, right? So from this point on, I think price was kind of just like retracing around this area. It was kind of like respecting this area where it came to like the almost like halfway mark. So right here, I'm gonna actually fast forward this just a little bit because we did eventually come into some retracement, right? As you can see right here, price pulled back near where my entry was. So as you can see, we're starting to get like retracement right now. Like I said, price doesn't always just go into the straight direction that it like going, right? Like, let's say it broke out, it pulled back right into this wick, and then it just continued down, right? But it still initially had a pullback. It doesn't just go straight down, it doesn't just go straight up. It usually 9 times out of 10, price will have some sort of pullback, whether it's a big one, a small one, whatever the case may be. And I feel like this trade was very beautiful because this barely had a pullback. And that's what I was trying to say about gold. Like me studying the market behavior for like years when I'm trading gold. At this point where my trade is, where my cursor is right here, it never went above this area, bro. It never came back above it. It never even saw like this area again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it did eventually, but that was like way like when I'm out of the market. So I already took my profit, all that good stuff, right? So initially where my cursor is right here, as you can see, we're getting some more bearish momentum into the market. Where my cursor is right here, price has not like gone back to this area. Like this is the most drawdown that I've occurred with this trade today. And this is like the ones that I love the most because I see that initial minor pullback, and I know like with my initial like kind of like market behavior like analysis with gold, I already know that we have a lot of bearish momentum. So that was my thoughts throughout the whole like time like looking at this trade. And as you can see, like the bearish momentum is coming in. If I fast forward just a little bit, once price got to like this point of the trade, it just took off. It literally just took off to the downside. You're gonna see it in a second, but price had like all the bearish momentum in the world, bro. So yeah, so right there, you're starting to see like the jumps towards the downside. There's another one right there. That's indication that bears are completely in the market, bro. Like there's no room for bulls. And like I said, this point like of my retracement, that's the highest it went to when it came to like occurring like drawdown and stuff like that. So we're in that continuation. Throughout my whole like thought process, I was like, okay, like, you know, we're just continuing into the initial direction, you know what I'm saying? So basically, as you can see, we had that bearish momentum. Price is like, it was hovering a little bit, just like a little bit within this area right here. Yeah, for the most part, like the bears was like literally in the market. As you can see, we have another big jump right there. There we go. My TP has gotten hit, and those are going to be my results on the screen. So basically we had a 1.5k day, and like I said earlier, I'm copy trading 3 accounts. So initially my profit was $514 or something like that. Times that by 3, that's basically 1.5k. And as you can see right there too, I canceled out all my orders, so we don't have no more like positions like open while my trading session is done. If you're coming back from episode 1, you should know that like I passed 4 accounts initially, but on one of the accounts I had a position running by accident because I didn't close out all like the limit orders, the stop orders, all that stuff. I took a trade when I already passed the account. That trade literally like in that one trade, bro, it literally blew the whole account. So I always told myself, bro, you have to press this button right here, this exit button right here, this gray button, most important button out of the whole entire like database system, TradeView, whatever the case may be. This is the most important button right here, bro, because if you get in the trade and you win your trade, if you don't click this button, bro, and you have orders pending, bro, they're gonna get hit if price comes to it, obviously. But you don't want that to happen. You don't want orders coming into the market when you're done with your trading session, especially if you reach a profit target, you pass a funded account, or you pass a challenge, you make a withdrawal. You do not want more orders happening, bro. So just make sure that y'all flatten out all your positions. I'm a high advocate for that, bro, because I've been on the short end of the stick when I forgot about it and I just lost everything, you know what I'm saying? So currently with this trade today, I basically gained like 5.9 points. I have about like 3 months worth of data, like trading every single valid trading day with this system. This was the highest gain out of all of them. So like I said, I gained like 5.9 points. I say my average like points that I gained with the system is about, I want to say like in a range from 1.5 points to like 3.6. So my average is usually around that. So having like a 5.9 point, almost 6 point, well, basically it's a 6-point gain. Having a 6-point gain is really good compared to like the average of what I obtained throughout like the system, you know what I'm saying? This also marks the first trade of September, so this is a very beautiful start. I couldn't have asked for like any other better start. But yeah, but with all that being said, that's really all I got for this video. If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't, do what you got to do. You're all good with me. And yeah, hopefully we can keep this momentum going for the month of September and for the rest of the year, honestly. So yeah, and yeah, so I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow if we get a setup. Appreciate y'all as always. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.